Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Once again, we are the gatekeepers. I am Emily Edwin.
At Dennis Keton.
Yes, guys, it's been long, and just before we start, those are the results of the Champions League, which were played on Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. So, guys, we are back to the EPL game week 14, and just a quick one. In the Champions League, any match you thought maybe it was a shocker or a surprise?
Just congratulations to all Spanish teams because all the teams that are in the Champions League have qualified. That is all of the teams basically, Real Madrid, Barcelona, name of all of them, Atletico. Then to English teams, two teams have already qualified. That's Arsenal and of course, Man City are unbeaten up to now with 15 points. Arsenal also, they have only lost one game, which they lost against Linz, but they had their revenge by winning by 6-0. Then again, Newcastle, whatever happened, but they are also not in a safe zone. So the last match will determine what happens. If they win against Dortmund, that will help them a lot, with prayers that PSG draws or loses. So kazi ipo.
And then I have to call out a certain group which is not serious. Group A, which consists of Bayern Munich, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and Manchester United. This one, we only have a manager, and the workers are not serious. You know, one has like 13, 14, 15 points. The rest have 6, 5, and 4.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that group, it's still an open group in terms of who will clinch position 2, because it's official. Bayern Munich have already qualified to the round of 16th. Allow me to just say this. Manchester United bungled an opportunity for them to actually continue piling pressure to qualify in the round of 16th. Two big mistakes from Onana actually costed them, but it's football. Such things happen. Ziyech was impressive in that match. And once again, by the way, Garnacho scored a goal. What a goal. Yes. Bruno scored a screamer. The match ended 3-3, which still means that Manchester United are bottom of the table, as you can see on your screen. But the final match, the last match day 6, they will be playing against Bayern Munich. So their prayers is they win against Bayern Munich, and Copenhagen and Galatasaray draws. I don't know whether that is possible, but this is football. Yes. Anything is possible.
Definitely. Actually, on Saturday, the 2nd of December, we are kicking off game week 14. And straight into it, Arsenal, who have already qualified for the Champions League, will be in action at Emirates Stadium welcoming Wolves.
Guys, by the way, we forgot to tell you, happy new month. We are in the festivity period. It's official. It's December, so it is what it is. So Merry Christmas in advance to whoever. So Arsenal, they are facing who? Wolves. Guys, Wolves have a good record against the bigger teams.
Yes.
They do best. This season alone, they have managed to win against Man City and Tottenham, and they're causing problems to bigger teams. So Wolves is not a team which you want to underrate. The only issue with Wolves is VAR has not been on their side. VAR has actually, we were seeing a certain poll whereby VAR has actually denied them winning points in obvious places. But let's hope this game is going to be a good one. On the flip side, Arsenal are currently the league leaders after winning.
Temporarily.
Yes. Temporarily, they are the league leaders.
Yeah.
That acts as a motivation, considering that now they have actually toppled Man City once again. So as they're going to face Wolves, I feel like they are well motivated. The fact that they'll be at Emirates coming to this game after winning 6 goals, all their talisman in the Champions League were able to score. It was a good one for them. So this is a match whereby, regardless of it being tough, trust you me, I feel like Arsenal will be raining goals in this one. So 3-0 for me.
Of course, I can't see Wolves surviving. Arsenal, these people are just unstoppable. This one, after scoring 6 goals in the Champions League, no, these people, I'm going with Arsenal 4-1. Brentford against Luton. It's high time now, Brentford. I feel like they'll be coming very, very well prepared to this. So I'm going with 3-1 in favor of Brentford.
Luton surprised many when they won last weekend.
Yeah.
They won by 2-1. So the only thing I have to pull or to say as a caution is Brentford should not come into this game undermining Luton, because so far we've seen Luton is a team that can play defensively and they can actually frustrate you. They frustrated Manchester United, but Manchester United were able to grasp a last minute winner. On the flip side, I feel like Brentford still, they're a good team, yes. They do what they do best. So the combination of Mbuemo and Wissa and Jensen, hopefully it works out. But let me not say much. I feel like Brentford should carry the day by 1-0.
Burnley against Sheffield. This one I'm going with a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Burnley, they have a problem. That's why I'm going with a draw.
I feel like
Same to Sheffield.
I feel like Sheffield will win this 2-1.
2-1. Nottingham Forest against Everton. Everton, this one is a chance now to start climbing back to where you were. So I'll give it to Everton, since Nottingham Forest, their main talisman, is out injured. So Everton, I'm giving them a head start of at least 2-1.
We are in match week 13.
14.
In match week 13, Nottingham lost 3-2, whereas their competitor Everton lost by 3-0. So as they are going to face each other in this match, I feel like it's going to be a crazy game. But I feel like I'm going to stick with Nottingham boys. So 2-1.
2-1. Newcastle at St. James Park playing against Man United. Well, guys, this game has a lot of emotions. A lot of revenge needs to be done here, and a lot of stakes in it, because Newcastle right now they're at 23 points, just below Manchester United, who have 24 points. And both of them in the Champions League, they were unlucky. Let me say so. United lost. Actually, they bottled from 3-1 win to 3-3. Newcastle, 98th win, stoppage time, a penalty from Kylian Mbappe, diminished their hopes of qualifying for the Champions League. So they are both on the verge of falling into the Europa League. So they are meeting. On the flip side, Newcastle have dominated Manchester United in the last 3 games, right?
Correct.
The last time I believe Manchester United won against Newcastle was last season in the finals of the Carabao Cup. Since then, they have not been able to beat Newcastle. So there's a lot of revenge, there are a lot of emotions, and they are both hurt. Newcastle won against Chelsea by 4-1. Manchester United, they won with Garnacho scoring a screamer. Okay, a bicycle kick. They won 3-0 against Everton. So Newcastle will be at home.
St. James Park is not a place where Newcastle loses easily. The team that actually collected most points from them with more goals was in the Champions League, Borussia Dortmund. But in the Premier League, they have been a fortress at home, and they are doing everything they can to win most of their games at home. As they're going to face Manchester United, who also are in the verge of exiting the Champions League because of blunders which they themselves called upon themselves. So it's gonna be a crazy fixture. For me, I feel like Newcastle are well planned, they are well organized, and they are ready to go. Their win against Chelsea is a motivation to them, or was a motivation to them, that they can continue pressing and pushing, considering that scoring goals is not an issue for them. We saw Isak returned. We are just waiting for Wilson to return. He returned with a signature goal against Chelsea. So now moving forward, as they are going to face Manchester United, the question is, can they outsmart or can they outclass Manchester United in terms of scoring? If they can do that, well and good. Currently, De Gea seems to be wavering in the Champions League, but in the Premier League, he tends to make some good saves. Onana. I said De Gea is still a free transfer agent, Manchester United. If you can hear what I'm saying, yes, do what you can do, because things are not good. So this is a match whereby, trust you me, I feel like it's going to be a great match for us to watch, though it's going to be a late game in East Africa. The match will be played at 23:00 hours in East Africa, and let's purpose to watch it. So this is a match whereby, trust you me, Anthony Gordon will be actually running on those flanks, but now it will be a battle between him as a number 10 and Garnacho on the flip side, because Garnacho is also doing the most in terms of making those amazing runs. So it's going to be a battle of which keeper which keeper will make many saves. So for me, I feel like Nick Pope will actually outclass Onana.
I agree.
So give it a 3-2 win for Newcastle.
Well, between the two keepers, Nick Pope is the best. Between the two defenses, Manchester is shaking. The other one is strong. Between the two midfields, of course, Newcastle is strong. And the forwards, Newcastle is strong.
When you say Pope is better than Onana, what are you benching your reference to? Because if it's in terms of clean sheet, who has more clean sheet?
Onana. Onana has 5 and Pope has 4. But in terms of saves and showstoppers, Nick Pope has more experience, and of course he's the best compared to Onana in terms of save.
Funny to hear that from you, but
it is true.
But
yes.
It is what it is.
We have to say the truth here. So, of course, unlikely to make errors for Nick Pope. He rarely makes mistakes. On the other side, there's a little bit of problem, especially for people like maybe Wilson. No, Wilson is out, right?
Wilson is out.
People like Willock, and the way these people, they make some runs, some set pieces, I feel like Onana will be hot soup. But regardless, I'm going with a draw of 2-2 because I feel like they'll be both coming so hard in this one since they're both hot, and I don't feel like Ten Hag will do everything to make sure at least he doesn't frustrate his people twice because people are so much frustrated with him. So I'm going with a 2-2 draw. On Sunday, Bournemouth will be playing against Aston Villa. Bournemouth will be at home. Now, this is a match where I feel like Aston Villa, of course, Unai Emery will continue. Unai Emery. I'm going with Aston Villa to win 3-1. Although, Aston Villa, they are really ruining the top 4 fight. But anyway, Aston Villa will continue to pile pressure on the league leaders, Arsenal.
Speaking of ruining the top 4, Aston Villa, nobody say that top 4 is meant for anyone. So Aston Villa are just fighting for the rightful position if they can maintain the good form that they are in, and Unai Emery can motivate the team to continue doing what they do best. So without further ado, Oli Watkins returned on the score sheet in match week 13. So in this match week 14, I feel like he will continue with the same. So give Aston Villa a chance to win by 3-1.
Chelsea against Brighton.
Well, shine bright like
now,
a diamond.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match, Chelsea, last game they played, Reece James, the captain, got a red card. So he will miss only this game only.
Yeah.
So which means he will be back in action against Manchester United because they have this game which Reece James will miss. Then they'll go to Old Trafford on Wednesday. So they will be at home welcoming Brighton. Brighton who won 1-0 on Thursday in the Europa League. So Chelsea against Brighton. Another beautiful game.
Brighton are coming into this match after winning in the Europa League by 1-0 against AEK Athens. And on the flip side, Chelsea are coming into this match after succumbing a 4-1 beating or thrashing from Newcastle. Yeah. So Chelsea has been a wavering team in terms of consistency. They are not consistent, but they have a poor habit of just waiting to play big games. That's when they show, they exercise their strength and how good they are. But it's a high time for Mr. MP, Mauricio Pochettino, to start structuring his team in a manner whereby they play all games in a similar manner, whereby regardless whether it's a small, big, or moderate team, they just execute the same strategy to win and to play excellently, because this issue of wavering is not working well, especially to Chelsea fans. In this match, it's going to be a great match, of course, full of runs, full of tactical approaches. On the Brighton side, of course, we all know 2 instrumental players will be missing, and they will be missing for a longer period of time because of injuries, of course. That's Ansu Fati, and Estupinan, of course, also is away.
But Mitoma is there.
Mitoma, Adingra, and João Pedro, of course. These guys are here. So, having said that, on Chelsea's side, Nkunku is actually near. He's near to return to Premier League action. Since he was signed, he's not played for Chelsea, and it's crazy, but it is what it is. With the absence of Reece James and Susurella accrued his 5th yellow card, which means he will also be missing his former team. So Susurella will be absent. Reece James gathered 2 yellow cards, which granted him a direct red card, automatic red card because of the 2 yellow cards. So he will also be missing. So that means we will be having people like Colwell on the flank, and of course Badiashile might be introduced, or maybe Chaloba. We might see the return of Chaloba in this. So Thiago Silva, by the way, special news to you. The 2 mistakes which you did, which costed us against Newcastle, you apologize. Apologies taken well, but now it's time to lift up your head and move on, because mistakes happens. But let's see what you do now after the mistakes which you did. So hopefully you learn from them, and let's see what happens. So this is going to be a great match. I'm excited to wait for it. What time will it be played, Pogba?
At exactly 17:00
17:00 EAT time. So guys, purpose to watch this match. So this is a tactical game. Pogba, tell me, who do you think is gonna win it?
Well, according to what you've just said, Chelsea, they are missing two key players, especially on the flanks where we have Reece James and Susurella. So, which means it will be a free roll, a free pass, a free highway for Kaoru Mitoma.
It can't be a free highway. Remember, we've played most games without Susurella, number one. Susurella just made a comeback the other day when he started impressing the coach.
Reece?
Then he got the for Reece has been here and there because of he's been injury prone of late, but hopefully he doesn't get another injury. So it's just an issue of balancing that. In fact, people will be given those flanks. You'll be people like Madsen. You'll be impressed to see how these people will step up. You don't know Madsen? Madsen is our young player.
You signed too many players.
Yeah. Madsen is a Chelsea player from the academy. He's been doing what he does well. But we have many players. That's for sure.
Definitely. Wait for the punishment from the FA. It's coming soon. You and Man City. So guys, this one I feel like I know Chelsea fans might get it a little bit annoying, but I see Brighton keeping a clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, if Nottingham Forest. Was it Nottingham? Mm-hmm. There's a team which won against you guys by 2-0.
It was Nottingham. 2-0.
I see the same happening.
Anything is possible in football. Guys, Chelsea are coming into this game not having a very good record against Brighton, especially in the last 3 matches which they've played. The last immediate match which these two people met, Brighton were able to win against Chelsea 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. The best that Chelsea has gotten from Brighton in the last 3 matches is a draw which ended in a 1-1. So that tells you that Chelsea needs to break this bad curse of drawing or losing to Brighton. So they will be at Stamford Bridge, another opportunity for them to rewrite the wrongs which they have been doing. Pochettino and your team, this is the time. Sterling has been on form, doing impressively well. So let's see how he stands up to rise and lift the team in this match. So for some reason, I still have confidence with Chelsea. I feel like they're going to stop Brighton. So give it a 3-2 win for Chelsea.
Mark my words, guys. There's going to be a clean sheet here. We'll be back we'll be back on the show. Maybe when we are predicting the other games, and I will confirm it to them actually.
Keeping a clean
if
sheet,
not, I will apologize.
Keeping a clean sheet against Chelsea of late is not easy because Chelsea are scoring goals. Yes. It's not like a Chelsea of last season, which we had challenges of scoring. We are scoring goals. The issue is we are being outscored. Yeah. But scoring goals,
you have started scoring.
We are scoring.
Now you're scoring. You need to sort out your defense now.
So what's your prediction?
I'm going with 2-0 still in favor.
2-0. Okay, good.
Liverpool against Fulham. The match will be at Anfield. Now this one at Anfield, there's nothing much for Fulham to take than a 2-1 defeat.
Liverpool are coming into this match after thrashing. Which team was that? Which they thrashed 4-0 in the Europa League?
There's a team with a funny name.
They won by 4-0. So remember in match week 13, we never saw Salah scoring, though he assisted Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah doesn't go many games without scoring, so I'm actually pitting him to score. Also, Nunes never assisted or scored, so I'm actually again pitting him to score or assist in this game against Fulham. So I'm actually looking for a brighter future for Liverpool to be able to win this by 5-1.
Another big game, West Ham against Crystal Palace. West Ham will be at home. Now, West Ham being at home against Crystal Palace. Guys, let me go with West Ham to win 3-1.
West Ham survived narrowly against Burnley in match week 13. They were losing that game until Susek happened in the last minute when he scored the winner to make it 2-1. and that means that West Ham needs to do the best. West Ham also are coming to this match having won 1-0 in the Europa League, which means they automatically qualify in the round of 16s in the Europa League. So, as they're going to face who again, Pogba?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. This is a London derby, and London derbies are never easy. Crystal Palace lost in match week 13. So, as they're going to face this team here, expect nothing but fireworks. I hope Bowen will be returning in this match. So, give it a 2-2 draw for me. 2-2 draw.
Another big game. Actually, the Premier League decided that this is going to be a super weekend of just big matches only. Big matches. Man City at Etihad are playing against Spurs. Spurs have lost 3 games consecutively. Right?
3 or 4.
Actually,
It's 4.
Before coming into last match game, it was 3. So I believe it's 4. Now 5. Because Man City at Etihad, I believe Man City, Spurs. Okay, no clean sheet because Son is fond of scoring against Man City. That's just the reality. So there are no clean sheets here. But Man City, I'm going with 3-1 win in favor of the home team, Manchester City.
Tottenham have a better record against Man City when it comes to them playing together. The last time they played, Tottenham won against them, and they have actually enjoyed a better record against City. So the issue is, can Tottenham rise up and actually rewrite their wrong in this new month against Man City by doing what they can do best? Man City dropped points, of course. That's the reason as to why Arsenal actually overtook them from the top of the table. But now the issue is, can Man City afford to drop more points now that we are headed to the home stretch of the first half of the Premier League before January approaches? So I feel like it's tricky. Currently, Man City are also coming into this game after performing very well in the Champions League. Currently, Man City are among the 2 only teams who've actually gotten a clean slate in terms of winning all their matches in the Champions League. They have 15 points, having won all their matches. The last immediate match which they played, Alvarez was on the score sheet, Haaland was on the score sheet, and Foden was also on the score sheet. So it was an amazing game for them. They came from behind from 2-0 to win that match by 3-2. So that tells you that a lot has to happen. In that match, Ortega was the keeper, so which means the main keeper was rested. Ederson. So it's going to be a good match. For me, I'm open for anything. I know it's going to be a high-spirited match. It's going to be a game full of runs.
And tactical.
And this is a game where Postecoglou, please, the highline which you love playing, this is not the time to play it, because Haaland and Alvarez and Foden, these people will break your highline. Just come with another strategy to win against these guys, because if you do that, it's going to be terrible.
No, they both play highline. The game we played against Man City.
True, I don't refuse. They play highline. The issue is you don't defeat a person by playing their own style. You understand? So it's like you can't play against a highline against Bayern and expect to win easily. It's tricky. That's their game. So in this match, I feel like it's going to be a big one. So give it a 3-3 draw.
3-3. Thank you. I was thinking of a draw, but let me stick with 3-1. Actually, you've seen the 2 goals that I've not seen, but yeah, mine is 3-1 in favor of Man City.
So 3-3, it will be a draw, and it will be a happy weekend. Guys, it's a beautiful weekend full of great big games. So let's see it. So it's going to be a thriller. It's going to be a marathon of game weeks. So now that we are in December, we all know that December is always a marathon. So keep it the Gatekeepers TV. We'll be bringing to you all the matches as they happen and as they proceed. So in the Kenya Premier League also, there are matches which will be played, of course, as you can see on your screen. Those are the fixtures. Make sure you book a date, go watch those matches. Currently still, as we told you on the table, as you can see on your screen, Posta Rangers are still leading, 2 points ahead of Gor Mahia. Gor Mahia position 2, and of course Moranga Seals following closely. So yeah, let's keep it the Gatekeepers TV for all this informative sports news. How did our ladies perform?
They drew 1-1 after a late night miss.
Botswana, yeah? Against Botswana.
No. Yeah, against Botswana. There's a lady. Actually, Gentrix Chikango is injured.
Okay.
She's one of the key players. In fact, our number 1 striker in the ladies. So she was out, and she's the one who takes the penalties, and she rarely misses. So the one who took the penalty missed, and that's how it ended 1-1.
Wow. Too bad, but it is what it is. We have a chance to redeem ourselves as Team Kenya as we travel away to Botswana. So otherwise, our youngster, by the way, there are also other matches which are ongoing. The Sekafa under 18. So Kenya, so far, we've already qualified to the quarterfinals, but on Friday, there's a match which we'll be playing against Somalia, which will just be, by the way, whether we win or not, we've already qualified, but we want to win all the matches in a row, like we put a clean sheet like Man City did there. So let's see how it goes.
They've clean sheets in all the matches.
Yeah. They've won all the games so far. That's why they have qualified to the quarterfinal.
They have overqualified
with a match remaining.
Overqualified.
So keep it the Gatekeepers TV. You'll be getting all the results as they happen. And congratulations to Harambee Starlets and the uprising, or they're called the Young Rising Stars of under 18 of Harambee Stars. So until next time, which will be around Wednesday, we are out.